Do not tow or carry any cargo. When you are ready to go, check your surroundings to determine where you're headed. Then slowly release the brake and depress the throttle with your right foot to begin driving. Drive slowly at first. On a level surface, practice starting, stopping, turning, maneuvering, and using the throttle and brake. Also practice driving in reverse. Learn how the vehicle handles when making both left and right turns at slow speed. Remember, all cabinets and seatbelts must remain fastened during operation. Only increase your speed after you've mastered all the maneuvers at a slower speed. At faster speeds, follow these precautions. Avoid sharp turns. Never turn while applying heavy throttle. Never make abrupt steering maneuvers. Operate at speeds appropriate for your skills, the conditions, and the terrain. Do not do power slides, donuts, jumps, or other driving stunts. You should explain to any passengers the importance of safely riding in the vehicle while it is in motion. A good idea would be to demonstrate how a passenger should be seated, how to fasten the seatbelt and cabinet, and the proper places to hold on to while you are still sitting in the parked vehicle. To avoid injury, you and your passengers should keep your entire body inside the cab frame at all times while the vehicle is in motion. Cabinets must be used by the driver and passengers at all times. Your Ranger has an adjustable spring preload rear suspension. Adjustable spring preload allows the operator to maintain vehicle ride height while carrying loads. Although the spring preload is adjustable, the factory setting is considered appropriate for many riding conditions. If you make adjustments to the suspension spring preload, follow these rules. Never exceed the stated load capacity for your vehicle. This includes the weight of the driver, passengers, accessories, and cargo. Always turn the suspension to the factory setting after the load has been removed from your Ranger. See your owner's manual for more information, including recommended tire pressures. Consult your local Polaris dealer for the tool and procedures required to adjust your suspension settings. It is important to realize that the cab frame of your Ranger cannot provide complete rollover protection. Always operate your Ranger responsibly to avoid injury to you and your passengers. When cornering, slow down. Never corner fast with passengers, cargo, when towing or operating alone. Keep in mind that additional cargo and/or passenger weight will affect cornering ability. Always slow down and allow for greater stopping distances when carrying or towing loads with any vehicle. Refer to your owner's manual for more information. Your Ranger is equipped with reverse, a handy feature for maneuvering. When operating in reverse, pay careful attention to your surroundings. Always verify it's safe to back up before doing so. Sometimes it's helpful to the operator if a passenger gets out and guides the operator when backing up. It is recommended that Rangers avoid hills over 15 degrees. When climbing hills, maintain a steady speed and drive straight uphill, never to the side. Avoid steep inclines. If you're not careful, you can overturn when going up or down hills. Remember that Rangers are not intended to be operated on inclines greater than 15 degrees. Always have the all-wheel drive switch engaged when climbing hills or crossing other irregular or slippery terrain. Not using all-wheel drive when climbing hills could cause loss of traction and control. If you begin to lose momentum while driving uphill, stop the vehicle and allow it to roll slowly straight back downhill while keeping light pressure on the brake pedal. Turn and change course only when it's safe to do so. When going downhill, you should slow down. Apply the brakes lightly for added control. The front and rear brakes are applied by pressing the foot brake. Drive straight downhill. never to the side. Never coast downhill with the transmission in neutral. Side-hilling your vehicle is one of the most dangerous types of operation and should be avoided if possible. If you cannot avoid driving on the side of a hill, be aware of any bumps, obstacles, or terrain that might raise or lower one side of the vehicle or cause it to slide. If you begin to slide downhill at any time, you should turn immediately downhill to stop the slide or stop the machine and maneuver to get the vehicle pointed downhill before continuing forward. Your Ranger is designed to be used off-road, only on surfaces such as dirt, sand, or gravel. Never operate your vehicle on paved surfaces. Paved surfaces can cause unexpected vehicle behaviors, which could result in an accident. Operate slow and cautiously on snow and ice. Sudden vehicle movements could lead to loss of control. Read and understand your owner's manual. Severe injury or death can result if the vehicle and its occupants fall through the ice. Never operate the vehicle on a frozen body of water unless you have first verified that the ice is thick enough to support the weight and moving force of the vehicle, you and your passengers, and your cargo, together with any other vehicles in your party. Always check with local authorities and residents to confirm ice conditions and thickness over your entire route. Vehicle operators assume all risk associated with ice conditions on frozen bodies of water. Your Ranger can operate through water with a maximum recommended depth equal to the bottom of the floorboard. Submerging the vehicle beyond the recommended depth can result in water entering the engine intake and clutch system. Follow these procedures when operating through water. Determine the water depths and current before crossing. Fast-flowing currents or deep water can cause loss of control and is very dangerous. Choose a crossing where both banks have gradual inclines. Proceed slowly, avoiding rocks and other obstacles if possible. After crossing, dry the brakes by driving slowly while applying light pressure to the brake pedal until braking action returns to normal. Consult your owner's manual for more information regarding water crossing precautions. Should your vehicle become immersed beyond the recommended depth and rendered inoperable, take it to your authorized Polaris dealer immediately for service to avoid damaging the engine or clutch system. Respect the environment you ride in. Find out where the designated riding areas are. If you're not sure, contact a Polaris Ranger dealer, a local off-roading club, or call your city or local government offices. Above all, stay on the trail. Remember, as an off-road enthusiast, you represent the sport. Tread lightly. Staying on the trail is the best way to keep the trails open. Travel and recreate with minimum impact. Respect the environment and the rights of others. Educate yourself. Plan and prepare before you go. Allow for future use of the outdoors by leaving it better than you found it. Discover the rewards of responsible recreation. Practice good trail riding etiquette. When operating with others, keep a safe distance. Communicate to oncoming operators how many are in your group. When stopping, do so on a straight section and move your vehicles as far off the trail as possible to allow others to pass. Thanks for watching. Before we go, let's quickly go over the ways to enjoy your Ranger safely. Read the owner's manual and warning labels before operation. Wear the right equipment. That means always wearing a helmet, goggles, long-sleeve shirt, gloves, long pants, and over-the-ankle boots. Rangers should only be operated by drivers 16 years of age and older with a valid driver's license. Never carry passengers under the age of 12 or passengers that are not large enough to put both feet on the floor and securely grasp available handholds. Never operate on public roads. Never operate after consuming alcohol or drugs. Never operate at excessive speeds for the terrain, visibility, or your experience. Always avoid paved surfaces. Never do power slides, donuts, jumps, or other driving stunts. And finally, drive responsibly. Find the designated trails and stay on them. Your vehicle can be hazardous to operate. Severe injury or death can result if you don't follow instructions. In addition to the fun of owning a Ranger, there's a vast line of accessories offered which allows customization of your vehicle to suit your particular tastes. It is recommended that you install only Polaris tested and approved accessories. The use of non-Polaris approved accessories can seriously affect vehicle safety. Remember, your Ranger can be a great work and play vehicle for years to come if you operate safely on the way out.